any more tech support today.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, we're live now.
All right. Wait, actually, pull up the screen of my laptop. That was my table. Sorry, that's my small table.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like my keys when you join my call. It sounds like I fell over. It's like no, it's just the keys hitting the table. I don't need to call life alert. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, that's my small table. I put my MIDI keyboard on it whenever I make beats. Gotta move that over.
Oh, I forgot the stream can't hear you. Give me a sec.
Now I gotta plug this up over here. And
Hey, can you still hear me? Hey, say
Uh,
something really quick.
Yo, yo, yo,
All
yo,
right,
yo.
there we go. Okay.
Okay.
I have like 10 different things to click on in my Discord audio source, so sometimes I click on the wrong one. I just wanted to make sure before I start doing
Yeah.
stuff here.
So, what are you thinking?
What's up?
I said, so what are you thinking we should play?
We could do one of the native net play games because I'd have to find optimal settings for Parsec to stream it. I
Yeah.
know I can do it. I have to make like a separate source for it or something. You know what just happened to me? I don't want to do that tonight, so
Yeah, no,
I've got
for
a couple
sure.
native games you can play. Yeah, there's One Piece, there's Orochi. Those are more than adequate.
Yep.
I'll probably have you test that with me in private. We can make a
Yep.
private stream and we can see, you can like look at the stream and see if it's laggy, but it would probably take a while.
Mhm.
That could be for
Yeah, I don't
next
mind.
time.
Yeah.
That's like the actual reason to use private streams, not stream movies. Test technical stuff and not have to worry about an audience.
Yep. Is there any game on par with this one as far as action goes? As far as the visuals and action goes?
What are you saying?
Like, as far as how flashy this game is there any game on par with this one?
Not really, no. The gameplay is also unmatched. I'd say old DMC Peak of Combat was even better than this game, but
Wow.
that's been botched.
How did he manage to do that?
Changing the battle system and dumbing it down, and then making the monetization worse, and then not listening to people that don't like it, which is pretty much everybody. You know those videos I have of the old version, like went viral. nothing special. Just playing with the mic muted. Those videos have tens of thousands of views. Like, why'd they change the combat? I still get comments on that video. It was like a year old. I'm like, yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Excellent question. I wish I could tell you the answer, but there isn't one.
Yeah, only the devs know the answer to that question.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I feel like the extent of which that they're not listening is very concerning. It's like they almost just want the game to die. That's the impression I get. Alright, I'm gonna save the rest of the fatigue for tomorrow.
Roger.
Yeah, apparently in the last beta, which I didn't play, I guess the monetization was like even worse.
Ooh.
And like, you had a good thing going. Why you gotta botch it? Like,
Yeah.
keep the character switching, but don't dumb down the moveset so much. And I think the game would be a lot better. And then make the monetization more friendly, so people actually want to spend money. I can really tell what they're trying to do is they're trying to go for whales only. That's totally what they're trying to do, which doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to make it so people like me, you know, I only spend like, the most I ever spend on PGR a month is like $60 tops, unless it's like a really major update or something. Like, I don't spend that much. There's people that spend what I spend on that game in a year in one transaction. But they're not the main money source. I mean, yes, they do spend more money, but they make a lot of money off dolphins like me. You know, I can spend money on the game, and I do because I enjoy it and I want to support it. And the microtransactions are actually fairly priced, but in DMC Person of Color, they're not. Apparently, the Chinese version is like region locked right now. You can't. You have to get in with like a what's it called? A VPN, and like I guess it hasn't been updated in months. That's what I'm hearing anyway. The last update was I think a different version of Virgil, or it was V. So I don't really know what's going on. It's like, it seems like maybe they're doing that because they're trying to revamp things, but then they keep doing betas for the global version, and they just don't listen to anything anyone's saying. It's like, hey, we don't want this game to fail. You know? It already failed once.
Wow, so then it sounds like it's bound to fail.
But yeah, the first version... The first version just had the issue of, only the combat was good. It was a shit service game. It was a lot like Avengers.
Yep.
I mean, for a Western developed game, the combat in Avengers wasn't bad, but it was a terrible service game. It took them like 2.5 years to add a raid, and then the raid kept crashing. It just kept crashing. It kept soft locking, and there was no like rejoin feature. It's like they had a good combat team, but like nobody that was working on it knew how to keep people playing, so it died. That's pretty much what Pika Combat is.
Yeah.
They had the overpowered combat designer, but then everybody else was not pulling their weight. I think they contacted me. They wanted me to do a video, but they were only going to pay me like $50. I'm like, I don't know, man. I need a little more than that.
Yeah.
Depends on how desperate I am. They should give me a lot more than that, honestly, because I've advertised that game way more than most people have, for sure. Those videos did pretty well at 1.0.
And I'm guessing in that game they have like currency systems where you buy certain types of currency.
Yeah, the first version was very pay to win. It didn't seem like it at first, but it totally was. There were people who spent so much money on the runes that they could clear the bloody palace with one button with Navan.
Wow.
There were people who totally did that. And like you notice in my videos, it looks like a real game, right? Like this looks like, wow, this actually looks really good for a mobile game. Like way better than anything else out there. And then there were people that were just like, nah, man, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna spend a down payment on a house on this game and just one-shot everything. Like, why don't you just cheat engine DMC4 and put one-hit kill mode on at that point?
True.
That game's like $8. They got rid of that in 2.0, but I guess they figured we gotta have some other way to make money now, so we're gonna make the rates shit.
Oh. Wait, who developed it? That game?
It's a Taiwanese company, I think. But it's officially sanctioned by Capcom. Which doesn't really mean anything these days. I mean, there's like there's a shitty mobile game for like every popular Japanese game property. Not really have any bearing on anything. But yeah, apparently it's officially sanctioned, but they like can't even get a voice for Dante. I know they're using like AI voices in the ads for the game, like AI Dante. They can't even get a sound alike.
Wow.
I don't know, if they offer me more money, I would take the deals. I did enjoy playing the game. It's not like it's a manufactured video for me. I didn't get paid anything, but direction the game is going, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to support it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Any worth your money live service games out there already?
The controller support didn't work last time too. I found that hilarious. I'm like, that worked in the first version. And like every time they put out a beta, it's like, where's the controller support? I'm like, yeah, good question. The Chinese one had controller support like instantly. By the time they got out of the first beta, they had controller support. I don't know, it's like if you want to be taken seriously, you either need to have a console port or a PC port, or at least have controller support. No one wants to play that on touchscreen. Even with how dumbed down it is, it's still like barely playable. You know, they do still have like enemy steps and character switches, combos in that game, so it's not entirely dumbed down. It's still quite a bit more complicated than anything else on the market.
Yes.
Like, yeah, controller support's coming later. Like, why is it coming later? It's like the basic functionality you should have at launch.
Yeah. That's goofy.
A lot of those games, if they don't make it past like the first year, they're gonna shut down. Like the survival rate is very low.
Yeah.
There was that they made a mobile game for closers that shut down in like 2 days. I'm not making that up. It's like 2 days shut down.
Really competitive out here.
2-day lifespan, like it lived almost as little as a fly does. Fly's got like a 24-hour lifespan. We had a video game almost approach a fly's lifespan.
Yeah.
You know, once you learn how to play Tails, Parsec for that is on the table too.
Oh, that's cooperative?
It has co-op, but not online. A lot of people do that, especially post-pandemic. People play through the whole campaigns with their friends.
Holy, I did not know that.
Yeah, people do. They don't have like they don't have net play. None of them do, but even the latest one has co-op modded into it. Somebody modded a full co-op somehow.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
See if you like the game first.
Yeah, I gotta play it more. I've been so busy with Pirate Warriors 4.
Yeah, Vesperia kind of gives you a shit first impression if it's like your first game, because it takes a long time for the combat system to open up, but it's definitely untapped combo potential for you, that's for sure. And it only cost me $2, so
Yeah.
you don't vibe with it, I'm not butthurt. I don't care. Tails preservation is shit, but if you want to get somebody into the games, it's pretty cheap. A couple bucks.
So I try to look for new mods for Dynasty Warriors 8. And recently I ran across this modder that made the game more difficult. Like not being able to have iframes during Storm Rush and all that stuff.
That sounds like not fun mode. That's
Sounds like torture.
I don't know. There are some hard mode mods that actually make the game more fun, but a lot of times it's just like a masochism simulator. It's like just take all the fun out of the game and make it agonizing and stressful.
Yeah.
It depends on the game, but yeah, I definitely noticed that. The ROM hack community is like that as well. There's a hard type mod for Symphony of the Night, which is like a very, very easy game to break. It's not the kind of game you play for a challenge. You play it because it's fun. The hard mode just takes all the fun out of the game. Like, you know, you can just like not use the broken stuff, right? Like, you don't have to use it. The problem with Symphony of the Night is that it's very easy even if you don't do that, but a lot of the mods for it are just like, just take out everything that resembles fun. Just remove it.
Yeah. Because kind of reminds me of this whole thing with the weapon switching thing in Dynasty Warriors. It's like you don't have to interact with certain systems if you don't want to, but like you said, that it's easy to break that.
Back in the day, there was a review for Strider 2 on X-Play, and the review was something like, "It's too easy to beat. You can just keep continuing." I'm like, well, you know, it's an arcade game, right? Have some self-control. Learn how to beat the game on 1 credit. Like, what were you expecting? It's an arcade game. It really makes you think, like, even the worst YouTubers have better reviews than the stuff that I had growing up. Like, man, we took these people's opinions as gospel.
Yeah.
like they don't know shit. They're in no position to be the authority for, like, game opinions, but, you know, back then that's all there was, so...
Yeah.
Especially back then, you'd be thirsty for any gameplay footage at all, because that was the main draw to their shows, all those game shows growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have footage. You don't have to You don't have to blind guess on the screenshot on the back of the box.
Yep.
Like they're not really what you would call the suitable authority. It's like when the Cuphead tutorial video came out. I'm like, yeah, it's always been like that. It's just like people like, why are the cops bad? I'm like, they've always been bad. It's just now there's proof. A less serious way. That's pretty much how it was with game journalism. We didn't have to watch them play.
Yep.
All they had to do was post the review. I should not have started this dungeon. Might as well finish it, then we'll play something.
I was going to ask you, what is your thoughts on Double Dragon Advance?
I did not really grow up with that game. I think I might have rented it once, but I've enjoyed it so far. There's one more up your alley called Ultimate Double Dragon. That one is like really advanced. I'm not very good at it. I'll play it on the kitty sitting stream someday.
Roger.
Yeah. Yeah, that OpenBOR engine, most of the games are garbage. like 99% of them are. The ones you've seen me play are like widely considered to be the best ones. All the other ones are like, they're very amateurish, or they have problems like the game is unfair, or it's janky, or it's too long. LNS Ultimate Double Dragon will probably like the top two. Those good. Capcom and Arc System could probably release those games, if they wanted to. They could approach those guys and like, hey, here's a bag of money, this is better than anything we can make. here's some money.
God damn it. Why can't Capcom just make easy bread? That's easy money.
I don't know. There was that ransom leak about a new Final Fight. It was supposed to be a remake or sequel or something. And that was like several years ago. But some people have the theory that that was restructured into being the World Tour in SF6. So I'm not quite sure if that's true. That game has a disproportionate amount of Final Fight references. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that maybe they are trying to build up to something. Like Metro City is like the main city in that game. It's like the main hub world, and then there's the Final Fight costumes coming. I really think that the remake or whatever it is actually is going to happen. Because they're doing an insane amount of build up.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to believe that nothing's going to come of it, especially because, like, I think almost everything else on that leak has come true. It's just my opinion, is, as somebody who's old and grew up with the original game back in '89, they should not remake that game. They should just make a Final Fight 4. That's my take. I think making it a remake has very big shoes to fill compared to just making it its own thing. That's kind of what Streets of Rage 4 is. Streets of Rage 4 is drastically different from the previous games, but, it's the fourth game, so if you don't like it, you can go back to the old ones. When they try to remake stuff like that, it's always kind of touchy to do it, in my opinion. Unless it's a very safe remake like this one I'm playing. This one doesn't change the story or anything. It's like a one-to-one remake. You could tell that they didn't want to go the route of the FF7 remake and like drastically change stuff and piss people off, because people can't understand the old game is still there. I don't think they changed a single line in this game at all. It's all like from the old game. We'll see what happens, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it gets announced next year, or maybe at the Game Awards or something. Hopefully they don't cock tease with no gameplay, because that's like the new hot thing to do. Here's a logo. Cool. Why didn't you announce the game a year later? Maybe I would care. Yeah, the Double Dragon remasters are just kind of ROM dumps, which is pretty much all anyone expected, but they seem decent enough. I think the Super Double Dragon one is like the jankiest one, because they didn't actually make it run at 60 FPS, they just added a game speed option. They should have actually make it run at 60, because that game really needed it. It ran terribly on real hardware. It was like one of the laggiest beat-em-ups on the SNES. like terribly laggy. No, a speed up mode is just half-assed. I think it needed like an actual real deal. I did grow up with Super, yes. I remember renting that game quite a bit as a child. I did play it quite a bit. I don't know, my gaming selection was a little bit different from most kids, because I definitely did not grow up rich. I mean, that should be apparent given how broke I am all the time, but I had more access to games than a lot of other kids, because my grandpa had been going to a locally owned video store since before I was born, like when my mom was growing up. And when I got old enough to play games, he would tell them, and they would basically let me pick out a game every time he would get a movie. So pretty much every weekend we would go, and I would just play whatever was there, pretty much. If it looked cool, I would buy it, I would rent it. So I didn't actually own that many games. I was kind of like a, I guess an early Game Pass kid. I didn't have that many games to just play whenever I wanted, but I would often rent games over and over. Like I actually never had Mega Man X growing up, which is ironic, because it's like one of the most influential games of my childhood. I didn't own it until I was like an adult. I didn't have a copy of that game at all. There were some weekends where I would just rent that game again. And when I had my own money, I was actually able to build up a collection over time, but yeah, I didn't really have big boxes of games. I definitely knew some kids that were like, I guess trust fund kids or something. They had tons of money. What was that kid's name? His name was like Adam, and his parents must have been like crazy rich. I think in retrospect, you gotta feel bad for the kids that had like I knew somebody who had a Jaguar. I knew somebody who had that. I knew somebody who had a Sega CD as well. And like, man, those kids probably had a hard time getting any other game consoles. They got the short end of the stick long term. It was like, those things had like no games for them, so... Yeah, I was a Nintendo kid until pretty much middle school, like 8th grade. That was when I got a Dreamcast, but I was a Nintendo kid up to that point. Because that's pretty much how it worked for millennials. You had one or the other. The only time you had both was if your parents were well off, or you had a sibling that played video games that was like way older than you. That's actually the first time I played a Muso game. Was there was somebody in my apartment complex, and he was my age, so he was like 13, 14 at the time, and his brother was quite a bit older. I think the brother was like in his 20s at the time. So it was actually his brother's PS2. That was the first time I played Dynasty Warriors 2.
Ah, so that was your first Dynasty Warriors. Wow.
Yeah, he was in the same apartment complex. I don't even think we went to the same school. It's like somehow the same apartment complex. I never saw him at school. I don't know if he was homeschooled or what, but I never actually saw him at school. I just kind of just go over to his apartment and we play games. But yeah, that was the first time I played Muso, was at his place. He had that, he had Zona. Yeah, he was a pretty cutting-edge kid. He had all that shit like day one. I didn't get a PS2 until, what, like... let's see here. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 1, so... that would be 2002. I played DMC 2 at launch as well. That was 03. So I played Dynasty Warriors 3 around that time. Yeah, the rich kids kind of got boned in the long run because the consoles that weren't popular were failures. Except for the Dreamcast. I was the cool kid for having a Dreamcast for a while, because it was pre-PS2. That was like the most cutting-edge console that had arcade ports, especially because a lot of my friends were arcade junkies growing up. Yeah, I got to be the cool kid for a while. I had the Dreamcast, because like, wow, you have the game at home, and it's the same game at the arcade. It's not stripped down. Like, yeah. Pretty nuts, right? Grow up in the late 80s, early 90s, it was unheard of to have like an arcade game be arcade perfect at home. Like, that was just a pipe dream, but then it became true. I had Marvel 1, I had Marvel 2, I had Soul Calibur, I had Dead or Alive 2. I had pretty much all the fighting games. I had JoJo's, Third Strike, Power Stone. That was like the only thing I used it for. I did play the Sonic games, but I didn't care for them as much as the arcade ports. I was all about the arcade. And I'm like, man, Sonic is alright, but I've got the same game at the arcade that I can just play at home whenever I want. That was the main draw for me, for sure. Yeah, the Dreamcast got screwed over. Dreamcast got screwed over by PS2. The Dreamcast had a full web browser. It had online play, arcade perfect ports. It had all those things before the PS2 did, but it had a really shit variety of games. That was like the worst thing about it, in my opinion. Like, if you like arcade games, you kind of had to have one of those. It was a requirement to have one. But if you don't like arcade games, it was like the N64. It had like a dozen games worth playing. Not for everybody, that's for sure. No, I wouldn't say that. That's not true, because arcade games are just computers and cabinets now. They're not even really arcade games anymore. I can't really agree with you there. Last time I went on vacation, which was I went on March. My old arcade, I was actually staying right next to it. It's still there. They had Time Crisis 5, and no joke, that game runs worse than Time Crisis 4. It was dropping frames constantly. I got to the first boss, I felt motion sick. Because it's running on an old 2015 computer. It's not actually running on hardware anymore. Yeah, arcade games have been secretly just computer games in a fancy cabinet for about 13 years now. Started with the Taito Type X, which is what BlazBlue was on. Blaze Blue was on that. SF4 was as well.
Mhm.
Um, Tekken was still on a PCB as far as I know, but arcade games have not actually been arcade games since like the last major boards was pretty much the System 256, um, the Naomi, and the Atomus Wave. After those went out of fashion, it pretty much strictly started being computer hardware. Yeah, I was baffled at how badly Time Crisis 5 ran, because I used to be a very hardcore Time Crisis player when I was younger. I could do like 1 credit clears and stuff. I actually have a video of a 1cc on here from a while back. Might want to go watch that if you're interested, but... Yeah, Time Crisis 5 is on Unreal Engine and it runs like shit. It runs really bad. I'm like, why does this run worse than the one that was on basically roided out PS2 hardware? I got to the first boss and I just let my credit go out. I'm like, man, I'd rather play this on Techno Parrot when I get a light gun. There's a light gun called Sinden Light Gun, which is like a light gun that works on HD TVs. That's one of my passion project things I want to get, because I do like light gun games a lot. And you can play like the newest games on it, like Time Crisis 5. There's the new House of the Dead as well that's available. I saw somebody. I was staying in the hotel that was built right next to the arcade I grew up playing at. The arcade is still there, so I went down there to play Time Crisis, and I'm like, dude, this runs like buns. Why does this run so bad? I went back up to the hotel room, and somebody had it running on their computer, and it like wasn't dropping a single frame. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying to play that shit down there. I'll wait until I get a light gun. I remember that was one of the biggest complaints about Time Crisis 5 was that it runs like way worse. It runs way worse than the older games, which are pretty much rock solid 60, like at all times. Time Crisis 5 also did basically on-disc DLC. They did that where you had to wait for the upgrade kit to come out to get the actual ending. The game is it's twice as long as the previous games, so it has like 2 Time Crisis games worth of content, but the second half didn't come out till later. So to see the ending, you had to wait. They did an upgrade kit, so it's kind of like Asura's Wrath. They did that with that game too. And the plot twist was really stupid. It makes no sense. Does anyone care about the story to Time Crisis 5? If you somehow care, speak now or forever hold your peace. It's like this weird Kojima plot twist in a light gun game that everyone just skips the cutscenes. I don't think anyone cares, so I'm just gonna say it. The Player 2 character from Time Crisis 2 does a heel turn, and he becomes the final boss in 5 for like no reason. He just turns into a mustache-twirling villain somehow.
Wow.
Alright, finally done with this dungeon. Let's play something else here. What did you want to play? Do you want to do some Orochi?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Alright.
I just downloaded Ultimate Double Dragon.
Yeah, the full version that's supposed to be coming out soon. I'm like really bad at that game though. I gotta lab it up. I'm pretty ass at it. I'm not as good at it as Final Fight, that's for sure. Yeah, the arcade stopped being on actual hardware around. Let's see here. Blaze Blue was '08 or '09, I think. That was when the Taito Type X came out, and that was also what Street Fighter 4 was on, I think. So obviously that was like the most popular platform, and then now it's all DRM. It's on Nessica or AllNet. There's also Bamani Pass as well, Banana Pass or whatever it's called. And they're pretty much just computers. I remember people were playing cracked Blaze Blue um, Continuum Shift because somebody cracked the computer hardware. I mean that was the problem they had. It was the exact same problem as the Neo Geo. Or like I
Mhm.
remember I had a ROM for KOF 2003 like the same week that my arcade got it. it's, it's such old hardware and people figured out how to decrypt it. So new Neo Geo games were pretty much on the internet at the same time they would hit the arcades. But, yeah, they're pretty much just all computers and really expensive cabinets now. It's been like that for a while. All right, I gotta set up my cheat engine.
All right.
That's also why arcades are dead, by the way. It's the DRM that the games are on. It's like insanely expensive for pretty much anyone to afford, which is why they have like barcades now and bowling alleys just have like boxes in them with emulators. It's like impossible to get a Nessica license. The only place that has it is Round One. Round One actually has the license. That's why they have like arcade games that aren't like 800 years old. I think the worst part is the games are a lot harder to repair now as well. Like I heard the whole reason Time Crisis 5 was made was basically because even though the games are old, they were still making a ton of money. But like a lot of businesses wanted them to put out another one because they couldn't repair the old ones anymore. The parts are literally going extinct.
Wow.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
I was just making sure the mod's working. Exa Arcadia supposedly has no DRM, but like everything they put out a bunch of trailers and the games like never come out. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty big. Would essentially bring back arcades on a small scale if they had the proper distribution, because the DRM would not be an issue anymore. Alright, the code is on the stream.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, cool. Oh shit, I forgot. I turned restriction on. Hold on. Should probably turn that
Oh.
off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you good.
Alright. We're going full power.
Yep.
We're taking the limiters off, the weighted clothing. Piccolo would be proud. We're gonna get this shit done. Let's pick a hood classic here. There we go.
Oh yeah. You know what? I think they do have player scaling on here.
Really?
Yeah. Could be tripping.
Total of 3.5 people have played this online, so I don't think anyone could confirm or deny. Not exactly. People don't have the online down to a science like, you know, Apex or something. If you believe it is, it probably is true.
Oh yeah, I'm tickling this guy.
So it does have scaling, really. Well, we're on the endgame tower, so they have like a lot of health. This
Yeah,
is pretty
no,
much
but
the mode that actually encourages having stats, doing combos.
still kind of in disbelief how buttery smooth this connection is.
When a weeb trash Muso game no one plays online has better netcode than competitive fighting games.
Yeah.
Fucked.
It's good to be back playing this.
Apparently,
Yeah,
I sent you that link. Star Ocean 6 actually has combo sauce, so that might be the next game. It ran like shit at launch and also was like super blurry, but I fixed both those things. Well, they did patch the game, but the blurriness I had to fix with the mods. I was like, yeah, I think I might play that next after I'm done with Star Ocean 2. I also got some mods for Lost Judgment as well, some like moveset mods for that, so it's another option.
Alright.
Expand the horizons. Because I played all the good shit to death already. Still have some untapped games.
Kind of funny. I can hear when you run into certain officers. I'm hearing you fight a Rochi.
Yeah, Rochi's getting
music.
he got comboed. Put in the meat grinder. Grow up, yeah. Yeah, I was playing some Star Ocean, my second playthrough, but he's in the call, so we're doing some grow up tonight. I can't really do Parsec until I optimize my settings. I'll have to do like a private stream for that. And just invite a couple people in so people don't keep complaining that the frames are dropping. But yeah, that's something we plan on doing at some point. But with my current stream settings, I couldn't do Parsec and stream at the same time. I might have to nerf the video quality a little bit. Essentially, streaming the game to you guys and to him simultaneously. And he's in my hometown, New Jersey, so it's gonna be a little hard to work with. Why don't you go up and I'll go to the left? I'll take out the officers. You go up.
Alright.
Yeah, go up. These ones are really beneficial to do co-op in because they're like terribly paced. They take too long as one person. You got about 500 more to go. Funny you mentioned that because Fuma and I have tried to commission one of the Muso modders that's active right now to do exactly that, but he's been busy with real life, so I haven't talked to him in a while. Yeah, Fuma, who's in the call right now, has actually commissioned mods for Dynasty Warriors 8. I'm actually playing on a 120 FPS mod for this game from the same person. He's done a lot for the modding community, but I think he was between jobs when he made most of this stuff, so the frequency of the mods has decreased, which is a bad thing. I'm glad he's got work on his plate, but yeah, hopefully that will come to fruition soon. I gotta try to hit him up next month when I have money again. Commission some more mods. GG's.
Yep. Oh wait.
I have a question for you. Did you ever grow up playing the HD Muso games on a CRT?
No.
No? Well, then you had it better than I did, because I had to play a Orochi 3, the PS3 version on a CRT, and you can barely see the map. It's like impossible to see the map. It's like it still supported CRTs, like the 7th gen consoles, but Muso games and Dead Rising were like low-key the worst. Dead Rising, you couldn't read the text, and on these games, the Koei Muso games, you couldn't read the map. The map was like impossible to read. So all those videos you saw, the vast majority of them, I basically couldn't see them at.
Oh
you know.
wow.
Yeah. I didn't get an HD TV until like a year or two in. But yeah, when
Oh,
I first
shoot.
had it, I was on a dying CRT.
We're going
Oh
through
man,
it.
we got another one of these. It's alright, we'll shred it. Give me a sec, I gotta answer a DM. It's regarding the Gungrave mods.
Alright.
I'm gonna commission those. Alright, he's working on it. Let's go.
Get a quick stat boost real quick.
Oh, go for it.
More
Go
defense.
for it. Take your time.
Alright. Good to go.
Let's put another Certified Hood Classic on. What do we got here? Alright, the original Certified Hood Classic.
No bonus to enemy defeat count from magic attacks or Musos. So we gotta do this raw. Pause. Try to break these miasma statues as much as I can.
Oh, go for it. That's fucked up. Sorry.
It's okay. It happens.
I'm trying to do like different combos instead of just spamming the same boring stuff, and it's having an adverse effect on my gameplay. Let's level them up a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
that's totally on me.
You're good.
No, they're like relatively weak, so they're getting. I think it actually does scale. Like, I notice I'm taking like way more damage than when I play solo. So I
Yeah,
think your
'cause,
theory is correct.
Yeah, my unique magic attack with UA Gene usually tank like chunks them down to nearly half their health, but it's literally tickling them
Yeah.
now.
Oh, what? While you're in infinite mode or the regular tower?
Here, and we're in the higher levels of the tower, right?
Yeah, this is the end game tower, so.
Yep. Yeah. See, it is scaling.
That's fun. It's a challenge.
Yep.
An actual challenge in this game.
Yeah, I'm fine
Actually,
with
Mitsuhide has a shit weapon. That's probably why. Let me see if I can actually craft any of their weapons. Oh no, I'm nowhere near his.
Yeah.
Alright, this is self-imposed hard mode, I guess. They're not running their Sunday's best. They've got the side chick weapons on.
It's okay. We do this.
Yeah. What I'm really shocked is that I'm playing at 120 FPS and it's like not having any effect on your gameplay. That's pretty nuts.
Huh. This is Lee Deanne. Oh god.
You're never gonna live it down if you get killed by the worst moveset.
Yeah, never that. Yeah, that damage boost from the friendship blast, pretty helpful. Just for killing the peons.
GG's.
Yep. Your peons don't job whenever you have them searching.
What do you mean?
I mean, your teammates, they don't job whenever you send them on search mode.
Oh, they do. Yeah, Nessa died. He died like
Uh,
a little while ago.
Mine die a lot.
Yeah. They're not really scaled up for this tower, so you gotta be careful, because sometimes you switch them in and they got like they're on their magic pixel. That actually just almost happened to me. I almost lost that one. Oh, pure file anchors is going to be actually really fast with both of us.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna get a Samurai Warriors character.
Yeah, go for it.
Get, get Kotaro. He's pretty fast. Masamune pretty fast too. Just moveset is dog.
Yeah, he's only gotten worse as time has gone on.
Yeah, we'll go with that for now.
Alright, let's get another Certified Hood Classic here. What do we got?
So many to choose from. That's not a way out.
Oh, you got it, clutch. It was about to expire. Oh, what? What happened? How'd I die? What? I died to nothing. What happened?
Yeah, it looks like a peon scratched your back.
Ah, so damn annoying. Wish you could like turn off the scaling. He's getting one shot. Oh man. That's fucking obnoxious, man. I was trying to get away. He hit me somehow. Somehow, magically, while I'm dashing around the screen, they can still hit you.
Yeah. He just casually just scratched your back. There.
Yeah, they definitely are scaling, because I don't recall dying this quick. I think they should still be in the same locations. Okay, got fucking Zeus. No matter how many times I hit him, he wouldn't stagger. He kept turning invincible, somehow.
He can still get... I didn't even know he could still get iframes.
He does,
wow.
Yeah, he just did it like 4 times in a row.
Yeah,
I couldn't hit him.
Yeah, I just seen it.
He wasn't staggering.
Why did he still has his boss fight mechanics right there.
Well, normally it doesn't one-shot you, but we're playing apparently on the secret difficulty. He's getting one-tapped by everything. It's old school Orochi again. Everybody complains this game is too easy. You need a buddy to play it with, apparently. That's the message I'm getting today. Because I've, like, never done infinite mode COD before. I'm still having fun, though.
Yeah. That's really good.
Alright.
Let's read.
Yeah, there should be one down at the bottom. I'm gonna get the one up here in the upper right now. Try to just keep them all purified at the same time.
This is the way down, so I gotta go around. This is one of my favorite maps. I'll go to the tower over here.
I got the one up here. Yeah, just keep those ones active. I'm gonna rush there right now.
Gotta kill these guys over here.
Alright, they're all taken, so make sure you don't get ganked by a peon. I'll try to do the same.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually just gonna let you take it because you're right there.
Alright.
Nice. Yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah.
Can't make a single mistake.
Yeah, peons were chunking me too there.
That's interesting. I've never heard anyone talk about co-op scaling in this game, but very obviously does have it. It's nowhere near that hard when you're playing solo. They're just giving us all the worst objectives.
Yeah.
On the next one, try to switch out at least one character for a weapon you want. For mine, I'm going to keep them all my same team because none of them, well, they all have shit weapons. But if your guys are maxed out, you might want to take one character out so that they get the materials. Yeah, generally when you get to the 10th floor, you want to try to switch out some characters if you can, if they're still capable of doing it, because that's how it decides who gets the materials. It's whoever's on the party.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you get to the 10th one, you don't want to be running with characters that are already maxed out, because otherwise it's kind of waste. Oh god, I got the worst damn music. I pushed A. Oh well, we've got to do this quick now. Alright, if we split this up, it shouldn't take too long.
Yep. Got a demon lady chasing me here.
Looks like the others are in your area.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of chill, so I can try to get the point, because we're not safe after we get the anchors. These peons are ultra instinct right now.
Yep, trying to kill them before I get this one.
Oh
here.
no, go ahead. I'm not rushing you. I'm just saying I'm gonna go ahead and wait over here. So like, one of us will be near the exit.
Alright.
Well, looks like you've got base securing duties.
Yep.
Alright, so get your side characters out.
What if they're not very leveled? If they're
It's
like,
basically just going to mean if you switch to them, there's a risk you'll die. But
okay.
yeah, generally the strat is if you're solo, um, you run like, for instance, like Otaro, and then you have two backseat drivers. You just kind of you try to clear it with one character, because that way you get two. I'm pretty sure the absolute batshit insane people that got the platinum trophy on this, that's like the only way to do it quick. However, they did change it. I think there was one of the last patches they did for this game was like you can get them for random officers, even ones not in your party currently. So
Mhm.
that helps a little bit. But generally, when you get to floor 10, you always want to have your best, or not your best, but your characters that need help the most. I gotta go ahead and promote him. Give me a sec.
All right, good to go.
この天下無双の剣で太平を切り開く。
Oh, this one should be relatively easy.
Oh, are you serious?
What's up?
I was just about to die. I jumped near an officer and they popped their Muso, and good thing she
Yeah,
didn't
this
reach
is
me
like
though.
the actual challenging part of this game is you just need somebody to play with, apparently. Oh, the game's brain dead easy. You need to make a friend that plays this. That's the lesson I'm getting tonight. One mistake and you're done.
I forgot. I told myself when I was playing this before to stop jumping at officers. They'll just sometimes just pop their Muso as soon as they see you. You're especially screwed if you do that with Samurai Warriors characters because they don't have air Musos. So.
Yeah. So my mom called me. She got a Steam Deck.
Hey.
Yeah. My mom is a hardcore gamer. She always has been. Her computer is not able to handle modern games, so she got a Steam Deck for now. Oh, oh, oh. I was like right by an officer. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Now is not the time. We're getting out of here. GG's. That was a good run.
Yep.
Yeah, see, you should have gotten some for some characters you don't even have. Or not, you don't have them in party, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I definitely don't feel like starting another one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. Level up. We can do some maybe co-op combos. Oh, I can make Kotaros right now, actually. There we go. Did you get any ones made?
Oh, I made a couple of characters. Jotai's, Ramru's, Kotaro's. I think I made Zhao Yun's as well. So, yeah. What you want to do next?
We can try Pirate Warriors. Just let me go ahead and upgrade his weapon, and I'll hop on.
Okay.
'Cause we haven't tried that guy because you just got that, like, what was it, last week? I just don't feel like doing another one of those right now.
Yeah, that's what I just usually do. Just kill a certain amount of officers when I play this game. Cause
No, this playing with friends is apparently no chill. It's the message the game gave me tonight. Jeez, if you play with...
at least on that tower that you just did, it's scaled higher.
Yeah, it scales up a lot. It's like everyone's saying the game's too easy. I'm like, we just proved. It's got hard stuff. You just need a homie to play it with. 'Cause that was not easy at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Slightest mistake, it's over.
What did you say? High risk, high reward? It's like target farming right there, technically. But it's just, you gotta go through a lot of BS.
This is Warriors Orochi 4 co-op. Alright, let's go ahead and switch over. I don't think I've actually tested that the 120 FPS for Pirate Warriors 4 actually works with co-op. So I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Let me change my cheat engine table really quick. It's not a native mod, it's a cheat engine table. Where is it? There we go. Alright. Let's boot this up.
One Piece 海賊無双4
Alright, You want to just do the story? Because if I try to do any of the end game stuff with you, you haven't played that long, so...
I mean,
let's just give this a shot, see how it works. I forget how the online works, and this is such a pain to get working.
you hit Y when you're in there.
Did it send you the invite?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Yeah, the online interface in this is like really bad. It makes no sense.
Also, can you hear me in game too?
No.
Okay.
That's a good thing, because I'm streaming. It's a good thing.
Oh. There we go. Holy arena!
No problems on your end?
No problems at
It's at
all.
120 FPS right now. Witchcraft.
覚悟しろ麦わら今倒してやる言ったはずだべお前には取らせねえキャベンディッシュ
こんなところで暴れないで誰か二人を止めてさせてもらいます
That's so interesting. We're not even like teleporting.
勝負はついてないぞ僕は最悪の世代を全員消すんだ俺今急いでんだよし許してついてこ
ここまで来ればもう大丈夫なはずトラを助けに行かねえと江口どこだ
ジョーカーが麦わらを
Good luck, cutscene.
邪魔者はいなくなったな まだやんのかベラリ
塚が倒れるまで勝負は終わらね優勝も暗殺も失敗してこのざまだ
On the dream log, I'm at the grand line.
Yeah,
That
that's kind of the problem is, well, right now the online for this is probably really weird because it's dirt cheap. And then, like, there's people that maxed this game out 3 years ago that also came back, so... there may or may not be people playing non-endgame stuff. It's kind of hard to tell. But also, the weird thing at this game is the new content they added, which you don't have yet, is solo only. So, most people are probably going to be on that, to be honest. I don't know why it's solo only. I guess it's to make it challenging. The whole thing about the new mode is it's basically like it's like an old school Muso map with like hidden objectives, and you only have a certain amount of time to do it. So it's kind of like an arcade game. You have to clear everything in a set amount of time, and you find like hidden objectives, and you get like time extensions. So I guess that's why there's no online for it. But that's like the only actual new content. So I have no idea what the online community for this is like right now, because they basically just made it so no one's going to care about it, because you have to go in there to get all the new stuff. You can get a little bit of it playing for free with the free update, but nowhere near enough. You got to cough up it's like $7 or something. It's not expensive. Yeah. So if you need help, you might have to rely on me, which I don't mind. I still have characters I haven't maxed out. Yeah, I seriously doubt there's anyone online at all, regardless of how far they are in the game. For some reason, they just completely de-emphasized the net play. It's like, you have to do that mode. It's the only way to get anything that's not luxury amount of those new materials. So, there's probably not going to be too many people online anymore. The game has actually had a huge resurgence in players just from the updates, but I just decided, no, we don't want you to play that with your friends. You gotta do it alone.
yeah. Not even local co-op, huh?
Huh?
Not even local co-op, right?
I don't know if this has local co-op. It's a good question. I think it does.
No, I know it does, but I'm saying like for those missions in particular, can you?
Maybe you can. Let me find out right now. Not on Parsec. I'm just gonna see if it says like 2-player join or something.
Alright.
I think the problem with that though is if you're not playing with somebody you actually live with nearby, they're the only person getting progress, right? So it's kind of bunk either way. Let me check that right now. Special log. No, I'm not seeing anything to play as anyone else. They locked this shit down, man. I don't know why.
Wow.
It's saying esports.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the downside. They finally added content to this game after 3 years of nothing, and like not really. Game didn't really have an end game. It was too easy to finish. There's not really anything to grind for. They fixed all those problems. Like the DLC gives you more skill points. The passive skills that you get are actually way more interesting than the one in the base game, and then you have like more space to equip them as well. So the game feels a lot better, but I feel like the new player experience sucks, mostly because no one's really going to be doing online. They did make it so if you do the Dreamlock, you do get some of the materials, but it's basically just begging you to, give up Starbucks for a day and buy the damn DLC, because otherwise, you're never gonna get anything unlocked. I can go ahead and show you right now if you wanna hop on my stream for a sec, because I'm gonna stop after this.
All right.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you since you don't have the DLC yet. They added. Actually, wait. Yeah, this here, Soul Map 0. Soul Map 0 is the one you get for free, and this one does have some stuff in it, but I can tell you, you're not going to get this stuff without the DLC. Luckily, it's not expensive, but this is the one that comes for free, and then Soul Map 1 is the first one. So I don't think you could buy them separately. You buy, like, the pack, and it gives you everything. But yeah, there's some really substantial stuff in here. You also get to break the level limit. So level break in this game is not like 3. It's basically, this applies to everybody. So, for instance, if I played a shit character like Chopper, if I go to him right now, he's gonna have like an insane amount of stats considering I've never played him.
Oh.
Look at his stats in the lower left-hand corner. That's because it all comes from this skill tree. So these are shared with everybody, and there's also new passives in here as well. Like there's this one. There's a really good one in here. Where is it? Rocket Man. This makes it so you can basically sprint. So it's really good for characters that don't have a lot of stamina or they're slow. You can move really quick around the map. So for the new end game content, it's pretty much required. And they also have 2 more skill points in here, so you have a lot more room for your builds as well. And then also, some of the existing passives from the original game actually go up to level 5, and some of those are pretty busted.
Oh
So
wow.
it's worth the money, but yeah, you can't play with anybody. So I think the best thing for you to do is, I guess you can try to see if anyone's actually doing the old content. I doubt anyone who bought the DLC is doing it, but they've effectively killed off the online, which is weird, because I think, like, the day that this came out, when they added the new Luffy and everything, like, I think it had, like, a couple thousand players, which for a 3-year-old Muso game is huge. But then, like,
Yeah.
you just arbitrarily can't play with anybody, so... there are guide videos on how to do it, but yeah, it's honestly not worth buying right now. I'd wait until you get a little farther in the game. Probably when you get to the end of the 3rd dream log, it's worth doing. But right now, it's kind of a waste of money, because you need to have a character that can kill fast. There's a lot of strategy involved, because you can do every objective in one attempt, but you have to, like, plan it out, and you have to have a character that can kill fast. So if you don't, I would legit buy it for you, but there's no point right now. Maybe like Christmas or something if you keep playing. But yeah, there's a lot of really significant stuff in here. It actually makes it really fun, because I thought it was just going to be stat boosts, but they have like new passives in here, and then old ones get upgraded as well. So it's I'd say it's worth the money. Right now there's only 1 pack, but I think the next pack is slated to come out next month. I know that they announced something regarding a stream about the characters, so I guess in about a month's time we should have the next pack, and then it'll probably be more worth buying. But yeah, I recommend playing with the DLC characters because they're busted.
Okay.
But yeah, it's worth the money. It's just kind of bunk if you want to play with friends, because I don't know, this game is esports in their eyes or something. I don't know why they care.
Let's.
This
I guess.
weeb trash Muso game has more strict matchmaking than like an actual esports game, for some reason.
Yeah, I guess let's hope that with future updates they make it cooperative.
Yeah, I looked. I couldn't see any kind of prompt to play 2-player, so I don't think we could even circumvent it with that. But honestly, you'd be kind of just sitting around waiting, because it's kind of like an old school. They're basically like old school PS2 Muso maps, where you don't have to babysit anybody, but you're on a strict time limit, so you have to know where the objectives are, and you have to kill things fast, and you have to be there fast. So if you played
Um,
PS2 Muso games, which I know you have, you'll probably actually like
yep.
it a lot. But you do need pretty decked out characters. So uh, you want to hit me up tomorrow or today for you? 'Cause it's almost midnight for me, but
Mhm.
we can do that again for sure. I can help you out.
All right.
I
Yeah,
think the
that's
best thing to do would be for you to host, and then I can join. That way you get progress, because that's probably the best way to do it.
Roger.
All right, I'm gonna let you go to bed. I'm gonna take my meds and try to rest. And things have been kind of, you know what happened a couple hours ago. So,
Hmm.
all
Yeah.
right, why don't you hit me up when you wake up, and if I'm awake, we'll start again.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds
boss.
good.
Good night.
Till next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go, folks. I'll see you guys. I might come back in a little bit. Actually, I did sleep quite a bit today, but I haven't uploaded today, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream now, and I might come back with some Starson in a bit.